Friday, I finished work to the smell of food being cooked. My husband was plating dinner on the table when I left my office. He said he wanted to talk over dinner. Some people had given me a heads up that my story was on multiple TikToks, and I'm grateful because it meant being prepared for the possibility he would see it, which I have feelings about my posts being used for content on the very platform my child and I have been neglected for. Not good ones.
What? What does that mean?
I'm so sorry. I don't know. I think she just doesn't like TikTok because he is spending so much time there.
Oh. Yes. Okay.
He did see one. He asked if it was me, and I told him the truth. Yes, I wrote it. Yes, that's how I feel. And yes, I read the comments on Reddit. And no, I won't delete or change how I write about him just because I know he can see it. I don't know how to describe his reaction, but he said that he had spent the last day reflecting on, quote, just how bad could it be? For so many medical diagnosis suggestions to be given as reasons and justification. He did say that he doesn't have ADHD. His mom was addicted to opioids and Ritalin when he was a kid, and she tried to get numerous doctors to have him diagnosed. She had him believing he was so, though, that he sought out 2 opinions once he was an adult. He didn't learn about her addiction until his mid-20s. He did seek therapy once he was aware that his mom was trying to use him for pills. He said he was willing to see a psychiatrist one more time, but he doesn't think that he has ADHD or that he's autistic at all. He does think he might be depressed, though. If not depressed, he will ask about some of the other medical suggestions, if it will ease my worry or rule out a major problem. He did sound genuine in this, but something he said is sticking with me. He said it jokingly and apologized as soon as he saw the hurt in my eyes. That everyone saying there's something wrong in his brain must be onto something since he chose to love and marry someone medically fragile, knowing our life together would be anything but normal.
What? How do you just slip that in there as a joke?
He did also admit that the night he'd left the door open, the pot on, and ruined our child's favorite dish and a cup, he drank a little too much on his stream and would monitor that more closely. He said the last few nights he had been filling his wine bottle with grape juice, so it looked like he was having a jolly drinking Viking, but was actually sober. He said he would keep doing that. After dinner, he went out and he surprised me with seeing the new Deadpool movie. We didn't go to our normal theater because he looked up what each theater had for limited edition popcorn buckets. I now have the baby Deadpool one that holds popcorn and a drink. We spent the next day going over the extent of how our family dynamic changed for the worse, how the little things have added up, how I see change as a part of an apology. If you verbally apologize but repeatedly do the same thing, the apology words are worthless to me. And that he didn't apologize, just how frequently he was making the same/similar oopsies. Sunday, we spent talking over short and long term, what needs to change immediately, him scheduling his own doctor's appointments, timelines for expectations. He agreed that replacing or fixing things he caused will no longer come out of our expense account. He will pay for it from his allowance account, which we talked about. It did turn deposits back on, but only for $50 per paycheck. He suggested we keep it that way until he's paid back the cost of repairing the garage and car from earlier this year. He said it will take him far longer to undo the cost of destroying the engine to my last vehicle, but he's going to step up and find ways to make it right, just so you know. Yes, I see the red flags, love bombing, not knowing how frequently, despite repeated talks, thinking verbal apologies are the final step in apologizing and not understanding that repeatedly doing the same problem thing is the same as never apologizing.
Literally.
And yes, I know he will read this. Do I actually think this is resolved and will come out of this as a perfect married couple who stays together until one of us croaks? Not really. Full offense to husband, for now. Is it a potential resolution? Maybe. But my husband is fully aware that he has a lot to make up for, a lot to fix, and a tight schedule to make it happen. And that the lesson for our daughter later in life is either going to be taking real accountability can steer a wayward ship back to course, or taking accountability is the right thing to do, even if you don't get the result you wanted. Or, quote, love alone isn't enough. Edit to add, he finally read the post, so please read between the lines to what I'm actually saying. last 4 words of the previous 4 paragraphs if it's not obvious.
Last 4 words. Is it going to be it
What do
ends
you
with
do?
us?
Love alone isn't enough.
Oh. Okay.
So you're getting divorced.
That's what it sounds like.
Last 4 words of the previous 4 paragraphs if it's not obvious. So I'm counting paragraphs.
Can I see? Know this, enough, divorce. Unless she's saying the last 4 words, just so you know, I know he will read this. Love alone isn't enough and sometimes involves divorce. That's what she meant.
Oh, I just got the chills. Wow.
Yeah.